Good evening, everyone. Hello, hello. How is everybody doing? We are live once again. Did we go live last week? No, we didn't go live last week. Last week, I actually had my first dose of the vaccine. So I was already anticipating that I might have some symptoms, I mean, some side effects. So I had to cancel the live last week. And buti na lang, ginawa ko yun because I did have some side effects. Right after I got the first dose, I had a headache, and I was feeling, mabigat yung katawan ko noon. So buti na lang kinancel ko siya because feeling ko baka I'll be all over the place during that live, and I won't be coherent and all. Uh, so I do apologize also because I have not uploaded. I wasn't able to upload the new video. I said I was going to premiere a new video in lieu of the live, but hindi ko siya nahabol. Medyo, it's because of what we're going to talk about tonight. That's one of the reasons why I wasn't able to finish the video and upload it on time. And then afterwards, I was just trying to recover, I was trying to catch up on sleep. Kaya yun. Tapos hanggang ngayon, hindi ko pa rin siya tapos. So if you go on my Instagram account, which is here, you'll find it here at instagram.com/Jaq Abergas MVPP. You'll be able to see a couple of reels over there that you'll be able to, and you'll be, I share some tips over there about growth mindset, about starting a business, about shifting careers for OFWs and for women over 40. So I hope you do check it out. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. I'm trying to remember, like, the first time that I did this live, that I went live here, na sunod-sunod talaga. I think it was definitely February. I think it was after Valentine's. It was after Valentine's, the Wednesday after Valentine's. And I have been going live since, every Wednesday, except for last week. But that was legit, guys. That was legit. Okay, hold on. I'm not sure what is the URL for this one. But anyway, okay. So what is our topic for tonight? I know you all recognize this one. And hold on. I feel like this is a different desk that I'm using right now, and it's a little shorter than what I'm usually used to. And nung pinatong ko yung laptop dun sa desk, sobrang baba niya. So now I had to elevate it, and now I feel like masyadong mataas naman. So, okay. So what is our topic for tonight? This is our topic for tonight. How to recognize burnout and manage it. So, ito po yung rason. This is the reason. This is the main reason why I haven't been able to post new videos weekly besides the live. I'd like to be able to give you lots of tips on starting a business, on changing careers, going freelance, and shifting to a growth mindset. I'd like to be able to give you a lot of content for that one, for those topics. but it's a little challenging with everything that I'm doing. Um, I'm not gonna enumerate all the things that I do, but um, with everything that I'm doing, um, it's really hard. It's really hard to make that commitment, but I really want to make that commitment. So I want to push myself every time. But, whenever I do reach my limit, I do stop. And it was hard on me at first, ego wise or pride wise, kasi I really want to be able to give you as much as I can to all of you. But, I'm only human. So, bumibigay din po. So, yun yung nangyari sa akin. I did experience a bad case of burnout recently. And, what happened was I was really working all day. I was literally working all day, 24/7. And I only really stopped to sleep. And even yung mga meals ko, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, they were all done at the work desk. Sometimes lalayo ako if I have time, if I have like 30 minutes, lalayo ako from my desk and eat my food in peace. But most of the time, that doesn't happen talaga. Feeling ko, parang wait, no, I have to do this. I have to finish this before and I can't stop even for a second kahit kailangan kumain, ganyan. Kaya sometimes, one of the reasons why I do create a lot of videos is because there's a point where it's saving, the video is saving, rendering and saving, and I use it as an excuse na, yung sa laptop ko hindi pwedeng may kasabay siyang ibang activity, ganyan, yung pag-save ng video. So I'm just gonna step away. I'm gonna use that time to step away, even if it's like 5 minutes. But I mean, 5 minutes, it's a lot already. And, it's a lot. It's enough to get the blood flowing. So anyway, so because I did that, I was always so tired. I was always so stressed. It came to the point where it was so bad that I wanted to cry, but I couldn't cry because I still had work to do. I still had work to finish. So I told myself, okay, mamaya ka na umiyak. Pag matutulog ka na, doon ka na lang umiyak. And by the time matutulog na ako, nakalimutan ko na. So hindi ko rin iniyak. So yeah, it was that bad. And, kayo, have you ever experienced burnout that bad? Or did you guys experience burnout recently? I know a lot of you will have experienced burnout. If you haven't before, I know during the pandemic, naka-experience kayo. Kahit sandali, kahit konti. Kasi, I mean, the burnout tuloy. The pandemic was really hard on all of us. So that's why yung question of the day ko is this one. So what one thing did you do to manage your burnout? This one, a lot of people will actually benefit from this. So I'd like for you to share it in the comments below. A lot of people will really benefit from this because a lot of people are always looking for ways to really manage their burnout. Because this is from my experience, but sometimes, what works for me now or what worked for me then won't work for me now. So I am always looking for more ways to really manage my burnout. But today I'm going to show you a couple of tips that have really helped me all the time. Like these things have helped me deal with my chronic stress. They have helped me manage my burnouts and all. So before all that, I wanted to introduce myself first, especially to those who are watching this for the first time. Um, My name is Jaq, and I am a mindset coach and career change coach, and I'm the head trainer at Filipino Training Center. And at Filipino Training Center, we're here to help you unblock your mind so you can tear down the walls and find your purpose so you can grow your future. If you are on I'm not sure if you are on Facebook or on YouTube. Just in case, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Filipino Training FZLLC, or on Instagram at instagram.com/Jaq Abergas MVPP. You can also watch us on YouTube at bit.ly/Filipino Training Center YouTube. Or if you are on Clubhouse, you can find me over there at Jaq Abergas MVPP, and you can join my club, Focus Your Purpose. We are going to be launching some rooms over there soon, so I hope that you join us. And if you are, so Clubhouse right now is only available for those who have an iPhone. If you want to get onto Clubhouse and need an invite, let me know. I do have a couple invites left, okay? And then this is the latest one. I finally started it. You can find me on TikTok at Jaq Abergas MVPP. Okay, so our topic for tonight is how to recognize burnout and manage it. And then our question of today, what one thing did you do to manage your burnout? But before we start all that, we kind of have to ask, what is burnout? Medyo nahuli. What is burnout? Well, according to the American Psychological Association, burnout is an extended period of time where someone experiences exhaustion and a lack of interest in things, resulting in a decline in their job performance. The demands being placed on them exceeds the resources they have available to deal with the stressors. And you know what? One of the hardest part really about burnout is that we don't recognize it until we're really deep into it. So we are going to be talking about tonight, we're going to talk about the different signs of burnout, how to relieve yourself, and how to relieve yourself from the burnout, or how to recharge from burnout, so that you don't go insane. I mean, let's just keep it simple like that, right? Okay, so what about you? I want to ask you first, what do you think are the signs of burnout? Like, from your experience, when did you know that you were experiencing burnout? I'd love to know. Leave it in the comments below. The ones that I'm going to share with you tonight, they're just some of the many signs of burnout, because I mean, when it comes to burnout, or when it comes to chronic stress, different people exhibit different signs. So what was true for me could not necessarily be true for you, or maybe some of the signs that I'm going to show tonight, maybe you didn't really experience that. So that's why I'd love to know for you, what are the signs for you that you were already experiencing burnout. So for me, Number one is physical exhaustion. I think a lot of us experience this one whenever we are experiencing burnout or chronic stress. I mean, do you feel tired all the time? Like you literally have no energy to do anything else, even your work. I know I was so exhausted to the point where I didn't want to talk unless it was needed, because the sheer I did not have the energy to think of what to say and to actually say it like that. Just that thought, it was so tiring. It was so exhausting already. I mean, come on, just thinking, right? Like even if it's just like, where do you want to go? I didn't want to think about that. Like, where do you want to go? Parang, pwede ikaw na lang mag-isip. Ayoko mag-isip. Na susunod na lang ako, ganon tipo. And then number two is the lack of motivation. There are times when I wasn't motivated to get up when I wake up. Like I would delay, like I'd wake up, but I wouldn't get up until an hour later. Kasi sobrang I'm so unmotivated. And not just with work. I'm also unmotivated to do other things. And then number three is you develop a lot of negative emotions. And sometimes, these negative emotions, they're uncontrollable. Like you don't know that you're experiencing them until you do it. Like until it comes out. Like I remember I was snapping at my partner because he was asking me for my opinion about something. And I was so frustrated because they were trying to make me think of something else besides the one that I was focusing on right in front of me. And the fact that I had to stop and I had to study the issue, and I had to form an opinion, and I had to explain my opinion. It was just what I don't know. I didn't want to do that, and it felt like too much pressure, and I snapped twice in 5 minutes. Number four is the presence of cognitive problems. So if you are having problem paying attention or concentrating, that's already one of the signs of burnout. I remember I had to cancel one of my scheduled lives that time. And I also had to back out of a group discussion. Like with the group discussion, because with the group discussion, I had to watch a video first so that we can talk about the video. This was now that I remember it, these were two group discussions, and I had to watch two separate videos. And those are short videos, but I'm like, no, I can't. I tried to watch it, and nothing was sticking to my mind. I couldn't even remember who was speaking. And the live, I went live. I really went live. But then like 5 minutes into it, I realized, what was I talking about? Like I had my notes right in front of me, and I couldn't even read it, and I couldn't even say it. Like it was right there. It was just there in front of me. And I had to cancel it almost immediately because I was already slurring my words. And I knew that if I went through it, I was going to say something that I was going to regret. So I ended it right there. And if you go to my other Instagram account, I go live there every Tuesday. And you will notice that there's 1 week that's missing. There's one video that's missing, and it's that video. I didn't want to upload that because it was just I was all over the place. And then, of course, this one, number five, I think a lot of people who are experiencing stress and burnout, they have experienced this one also, which is poor health. Um, I knew it was really, really bad when my GERD issues came out again. I thought it was at first, I thought it was one of the dishes that I ate. But then I realized, I've eaten this so many times before, but I have never had this issue. And I was watching um, a vlogger. Um, it was a vlogger interview, and he was saying that when he started, he was constantly putting out videos every day. So he was shooting a video and then editing and then uploading and promoting. That was every single day. And he said that he experienced digestion issues because he was so exhausted. And I realized, oh my God, it might be because of that, what I was experiencing. So after that, I'm like, okay, I need to stop and I need to really just take care of myself. It's so easy to say that though, but it's so hard to do. It took several people to really tell me that I needed to stop. I mean, that those health issues, it was already bad, but I didn't even it wasn't bad enough that I was going to stop. It took several people to tell me just stop, 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 stop. So I did, and I what did I do? I actually took a leave from one of my work, um, two of my work actually, and I was able to delegate some other things, and there were some things where we pushed the deadline back just so I could meet all of it. And now, I mean, I'm still recovering, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So the next question is, how can you relieve your burnout? And there's so many ways. There are so many ways. The ones that I'm going to share again tonight, they're really, I think a lot of people also do this, but a lot of people forget to do this. They realize that, oh yeah, this one works, until someone reminds them that this is what you did before. And then you're like, oh, that's right, because this was what happened to me. Some of the things that I did here, I realized when I did it, like I feel like whenever I think about it, like I just thought of it at that moment, and then I do it, and then I realize, wait, this is what I did before. But because it was so long ago that you experience that burnout, so you keep forgetting. And that's my experience. Okay, so how can you relieve your burnout? Okay, number one is to take a deep breath. How I'm not sure if you have noticed, but when we are stressed, our muscles are always clenched. We're biting or grinding our teeth. Our jaws are tense as if they're locked. And I don't know if you realize this, but we're always holding our breath. We're always holding in our breath. So this one works. Take a deep breath. Do some breathing exercises. You can do it in the morning, even for a minute, and then maybe like down the road during the afternoon before you sleep. Do a couple of breathing exercises. It really helps, even for just a minute. You don't have to do it for like 10, 15, or an hour. Just a minute really helps. So just close your eyes and you breathe. And if you find yourself thinking of work or thinking of something else, just say hi to that thought and then say goodbye, and then focus on your breathing again. Just focus on inhaling and exhaling, and make sure that you have a timer. You can either use your phone. Your phone usually has a timer, or you can download one of those apps where, like for me, I use Insight Timer. They have a timer there for timed meditation over there, so you can use that for breathing exercises. Or sometimes on YouTube there's going to be like the breathing meditation exercises on YouTube. You can also use that. Don't, as much as possible, stop counting the seconds in your head, because it'll keep you from doing the breathing exercises. Okay. And then number two, this one will actually help you to breathe better. Number two is to go outside, especially to a park if you can, if it's available. Otherwise, just go outside. Uh, okay, so a lot of people, like especially if you're in Manila, some people, they live in a place where when you go outside, it's already the street. Um, that's not ideal, of course. So if that's the case for you, then just try to go to a corner in your house or in your place where people won't be able to um, bother you or interrupt you, or maybe you can. So that's why I told you that even just a minute helps, because there are some people where they live, they can't do that for a long time. So just a minute helps. Even if you're taking a shower, sometimes you can do that. Just breathe, and it's good because the hot the hot steam, it'll help you literally breathe better. Or even whatever you're doing, even if you're cooking, even if you're just like prepping the vegetables or cleaning the house, do some breathing exercises. So what you're going to do is just to focus on your breathing, focus on inhaling and exhaling. So just focus on that. Don't focus on anything else. Okay. All right. And then number three, okay, this one not a lot of people do, is to eat better food. So if you have the budget, I would suggest that you order your meals from the meal delivery companies so that your meals are set for the entire day, for maybe 5 days. But if you don't have the budget, you can also take an hour out of your week, or maybe 30 minutes out of your week, to plan your meals for the rest of the week. So what you need to do is just to have one healthy dish a day. So you don't have to plan all the meals for the day, for each day. You just have to plan at least one healthy meal a day. So at least, especially preferably for breakfast, because at least whatever you eat during the rest of the day, at least you still started with something clean. And then, but if you also can't, I would suggest that you have healthy snacks readily available. You can have fresh fruits available, some nuts, maybe some granola or some power bars. You can make your own or you can buy. And make sure, I know a lot of us, when we're under so much stress, we turn to coffee or to caffeine or to tea, hot chocolate, those energy drinks, soda and all. Now, I won't tell you to lay off of them. I know it's hard, but what I want you to do is to make sure that you are drinking more water than those drinks. So, and one thing to make sure is to drink twice as much of the other stuff. So if you're drinking 1 cup of coffee, make sure that you're drinking 2 glasses of water to replace the liquid that you're losing with the coffee. If you're drinking 1 can of if you're drinking 1 can of the energy drinks, that's about 300 ml, right? Make sure that you're drinking at least 600 ml of water. So make that a rule in a way. Or you know what you can do is in the morning or throughout the day, get some lemon or some calamansi and then make lemon or calamansi water. That will really help you with the energy. Okay? And then number 4 is make sure you get up and move. Especially if your work requires you to sit down, to be sitting down for long hours, make sure that every hour you get up and move so that your body can flow. Just try to move for at least 5 minutes away from your work desk. Okay, so that you can really recharge, have a notification, always have notifications for these things. Because if we just rely, because we're under so much stress already, and if we rely on our memory, we won't remember it. So have notifications set. What you can do is you can go to, I mean, we're almost all, if you don't have a smartphone, like, I mean, I use my smartwatch, but if you don't have one, you can use your smartphone. There are apps that will help you that will help you with the notifications. If you don't have a smart app, you don't have a smartphone, go to your laptop, what do you call this? Open Google Calendar and put the notifications over there. If you're not in front of a computer, what you do is you write it down on a piece of paper and stick it somewhere where you will be able to see it every time. I don't know where it is. Maybe it's in your wallet or some place where you will be able to really, like, every once in a while you will see it. Like, I know some of my clients, I tell them, okay, write it down on a piece of paper and place it by your bedside table, place it by the kitchen refrigerator, hang it up there, place it by the bathroom mirror, different places where you'll be able to see it if you don't have any electronics notification that you can use. Okay, so I mean, if you really want to relieve your burnout, relieve your stress, you need to make ways. You really need to find a way that will work for you, that will remind you always. Okay, and then number 5, this one, not a lot of people do this also, and I recommend that you do this as soon as possible because this is really easy, and it's to have one stress relieving hobby. So I would recommend definitely something crafty. You can draw. You can go start drawing. You can start writing, or journaling. You can bake. For me, it was knitting. I know it's very Lola. It's very Lolas of Manila. Not even Titas of Manila. It's very Lola. I try to knit at least 15 minutes a day because it really helps me relax. I try to do it at the start of the morning so that I'm still relaxed, but I always do it at night before I sleep so that I'm relaxed. And then for some people, it really helps to have your stress relieving pastime to be prayer or to be meditation. So that will really help you. That will really help you. Okay. So these are the 5 signs of burnout and the 5 ways that I have managed to recharge and to relieve my burnout. So I want to ask you the question of the day once again. What one thing did you do to manage your burnout? Leave it in the comments below. I would love to know. I would love to really know your tips on how you did it. And if you want to talk more about shifting to a growth mindset or if you want to start a business or change your career or shift to a freelance career, remember you can schedule your free 30-minute consult with me at Filipino-training-center.appointlet.com, or just email us at Filipino Training Center FZLLC at gmail.com, or you can contact us via all the social media outlets that we have. You can send us a message on Facebook or on Instagram. Okay, thank you guys so much for joining me. And next week, if you guys have specific topics that you would like for me to talk about during the live or in one of our videos, don't forget, just send us a message, leave a comment below, and let's see, we might create a another video or a live based on what you would like to learn about. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. UAE time. Bye guys, good night.